Salut tout le monde, it's your boy Adero, Lukael. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. This is episode 14. In the last episode, we finally figured out the identity of the hangman. We now have a name to go with him. We know who he was. We've also identified the caller, the person who reported the hanging. We found out it was Clazier, the woman in the hotel in the room next to ours. Well, close to ours. The Hardy Boyz claimed that she had been assaulted. However, she said that wasn't the case, and now we're trying to figure out who's saying the truth, who's lying. It seems like everyone around us is lying or like has something else going on. So let's just continue the investigation and try and figure this out. If it isn't clear already, I've been really enjoying this game, and I've enjoyed sharing it with you guys and reading your funny comments and all that stuff. So thank you so much for joining me again today, and without any further ado, let's just jump right back in. Kim just taking some notes in his little notebook. What you got written in there, Kim? Alright, so we had just listened to this tape, which apparently is from the hangman. You know what? Let's listen to it again just to refresh our memory.
Is just what you needed. You push. Come on, set.
Come on, see.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too.
Why dogs and chicken? What'd they ever do to you?
Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice one.
Nice one.
I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally. I'll fucking do them all in. Rape that disco cunt on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
That taste? I don't know what taste he's talking about.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arrête on your portal. The tape stops spinning.
Alright, so we've got a few things we could do today. We need to go talk possibly to the Hardy Boyz again. We need to go talk to Joyce again because this tape kind of goes a little bit against what she was telling us, where like her and this man were just partying, having sex together. It all seemed very consensual. Now he's like making these threats against her, which like he could have just changed his mind later, I guess, but it doesn't really match the guy she's describing. And also, I really want to talk to Evrart today. I hope I have the time for it. You never know with this game. Sometimes, like, you know, stuff will just pile up. But it is pretty late at night too, and we know that Evrart leaves his office late at night. So I don't even know if he's still there, really. All right, let's see what she has to say.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
So this one is still locked. Titus Hardy gave us a recording where the deceased states his intention to commit
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring. As the porcelain meets the metal table, this does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was never bad to me.
A smile flits across her face. Ah, good old people trying to rape me.
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
On this tape, he specifically identifies you as the target.
Where did they get this recording exactly?
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via a de-encryption station. It's authentic enough.
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style?
I mean, he wasn't talking about you when he said that, but he did mention that expression, yes. Something to that effect, yes.
The phrase was used.
The lieutenant checks his notes and nods.
Yeah. That was practically his pickup line.
She picks the cup back up. What a charming dude.
Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style?
Kohoi was mentioned.
He wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything.
Why say things like that? Machismo? Do you think he was trying to scare people? I mean, it just sounds like he was talking to this other his other mercenary buddy, so just machismo, I guess.
Yes, was he bragging?
Oh no, I'm pretty sure he did all those things. Then integrated them into his idea of normalcy. To keep on living. Until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for?
It turned into his coping mechanism? I wouldn't call it that. Catchphrase? Persona?
Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. Lely's punchlines got way, way funkier than that.
What a classy man.
He was like the Seminese conflict, the Khohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezud all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani ceramic armor, which he wore in bed and in the shower.
Okay. Weren't you afraid? You like this kind of stuff? And you spend time with this person romantically? Yeah, weren't you afraid?
Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boyz recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but girls are evil.
Girls aren't evil.
Had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in Khohoi. I would be tearing it up Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
Okay, well, you're just a fucked up person. Have you ever considered that?
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things? He and Martinez, I mean?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward.
Another typo.
He seemed happy, I guess. At ease. As much as a man like him could be.
Okay.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready. I'm interested to hear what Titus Hardy has to say now.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee and smiles.
Now that you've had some time, can you tell us more about the victim? I mean, his body's still there. I assume she's gonna need the body to be gone from the courtyard first.
Like, for example, his name?
Actually, officer, I didn't know his name. I just called him Lely.
Oh, so it's like probably a nickname then?
A nickname?
By the way, I don't have my updated notes right now, because what I'll usually do is after I finish an episode, I'll watch it back and then write down in my notes anything that seems like important, because I don't want to always be stopping and taking notes while I'm playing. But I've been a little too busy in the past few days, so I haven't had time to actually go through the last couple episodes and take notes. So, but I think I remember everything fairly well.
I guess. He came from Lelystad.
Oh.
It's short for that. And it was his army name, apparently.
Nom de guerre.
He said his real name wasn't his. I tried to pry it out of him, but it was no use.
Oh, so we don't actually have his actual identity then. We just have a nickname.
Lelystad. That's a good start.
The lieutenant writes it down in his notebook.
We have a few questions you can help us with. A few things a field autopsy alone can't answer.
Then tears out a page and hands it to you. Okay, guess she's ready to talk then?
The young woman cranes her neck, trying to catch a glimpse of the page the lieutenant passed to you. On it is a list of autopsy observations, recorded neatly in blue ink. The last missing pieces of a puzzle of flesh.
That's a lot of questions, Kim. Where is Lelystad, the place, I mean?
In Oranje, officer. It's, I think municipality is the term. A nowhere town there.
This means his race was Occidental, which fits the statements of another witness.
The lieutenant says, please. You were both from Oranje?
Yes. We were compatriots.
Did that bring you together?
No. He was too old for that. And from another part of Oranjenrijk. I didn't even understand his accent. What brought us together was in Oranje. It was bad habits.
Sounds that way. The way it says Oranje sounds a lot like just araignée, like a spider. Which is weird.
No love for Mother Araignée. But wasn't he a soldier? This could be worth pursuing.
I mean, he's not really well, okay, so he's in a private military unit, but they're more like mercenaries. They're not the army. But he was previously a soldier, is what I understood. A military man, but not a patriot.
No. He left the national service after they taught him to do what he did on Seminine. He wasn't the flag-waving kind. He was the making money, killing people kind. He was by no means a stupid man. A people person. A small platoon leader. Certainly not a patriot.
Doesn't sound much like a people person to me. You don't seem like much of a patriot yourself. As an Oranese yourself, didn't his lack of patriotism annoy you? I mean, she doesn't sound like one.
Mm-hmm. There is nothing on Muindi. The old world is dead, and we both knew it. Maybe Orania did bring us together. In loathing. I love Revachol, though. I hope she loves me, too.
Interesting. She looks around the wind in her hair. How old was he, miss?
He was 42.
Okay.
42? Are you sure? I would have had him above 50.
Well, he's had a tough life.
He had many scars that made him appear older. But no.
The memory makes her smile.
We even celebrated his birthday, like, some weeks ago. It was a funny 2 days. He had little reason to lie to me.
I mean, it's still possible he lied to you, but I guess he did have few reasons to.
We were slightly off then. Thank you for clearing it up.
Once again, there's a freaking fly in my room.
Miss!
Every single time I record, either there's construction going on outside or there's a fucking fly in my room. I can't escape it.
Points are good. Have one, you old dog, before we all die.
God damn it! I'm actually gonna go insane. His eye color?
Blue. Light blue. They were like little blue galaxies, you know? It was strange, seeing those eyes in his fucked up face.
How poetic.
Pardon the swearing. I do him an injustice. He wasn't ugly. And he had a beautiful, soft voice. Very surprising, what with all the scarring. It was quite something, watching him speak.
What do you mean watch him speak? Don't you mean listening to him speak? Also, it's really weird to hear her describe this man who's like telling us what he looks like when I've literally shoved my hand inside of his brain. It's very odd.
He had a combat wound on his chin and mouth?
Yes. Severe. It made him look like half his face was cracking away in some strange smile. That and those eyes.
I mean, I guess because the corpse was in really bad condition, it had been there for very long, it was really bloated, so I guess we didn't really see what he actually looked like at this point.
Ah, yes. His hair, if you can remember?
Does any of this actually matter, though, like his hair color and stuff like that?
It was light brown, almost blonde. He darkened it with brilliantine, made oily. Not nice to stroke. I couldn't convince him to leave it alone.
A weird idea. I wonder if she can tell us about his tattoos. He had a tattoo. What did it mean?
Oh, that.
It was an Aranese map of the waterways. It was a map of his... Like, if you want to be in here, at least just land somewhere. It was an Aranese map of the waterways. It was a map of his service history. What did it represent, do you know? I assume a map of his service history?
Sure, service history. It was mostly for showing off to chicks, though.
For showing off to chicks? How so?
How? Imagine him lying in bed. Freakish musculature laid out on the sheets. Scarred, of course. Tattooed. The sheets are dirty for some reason.
They're dirty because he's fucking dirty.
Is this Oranese lit?
Is this Oranese lit?
Yes. This is the very essence of Oranese lit. A moment's respite. Dark and hopeless as the struggle itself.
She leans even further back to demonstrate.
He's smoking and drinking, of course. And his chest and shoulders and arms are studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them. Maybe even thousands.
Probably not thousands.
And the woman goes like, "What was this, baby?"
She points at the air with her sharp-nailed finger, picking out an imaginary tattoo star.
And he says, "That was too hardcore. Don't ask me about that." So she goes, "Okay, but what's this, baby?" And he's like, "Saw some bat shit there. Killed some loincloths."
Was that what you asked him? Did you sound like that?
And so it goes. Star after star, port after port, third world country after third world country. And he's done horrible things in every single one of them.
And you're into men like that, knowing that they've committed like war crimes and murdered people and... Okay. To each their own. You were the woman in this?
Oh yeah.
Can you tell us precisely what these mean? Hand her the photo. Okay, I don't have a choice here, but to show her the photo, I feel like that's not really nice.
No thank you. I've seen enough of him dead.
Yeah.
I can tell you what they meant without looking at them.
She pours herself some more coffee.
Go on.
He was a blue-eyed boy with thick arms, from a small town. He was also poor, and the government of Oranje needed some people killed, so they turned him into a grotesque killer. For money. He went to Killer Academy in Vredefort. Then he killed some people in the Seminine Islands. And on other islands, too. All of the islands. After this, he came to Revachol and got killed himself.
Not a very fun story. Good story, thanks. Thank you for clearing that up. I mean, it's not a very nice life, was it? Just went around, killed a bunch of people, and then he got killed. Not a very fun story.
It is when you're high. It can be very exciting then. You have the tools to deal with it. It's not a very nice story to remember when you're sober.
She smiles faintly.
A change of topic?
Could it be love that did him in? Perhaps, miss, it was communism that killed him? Something miraculous is coming, he told me. Oh man, okay, I can tell her some really weird stuff. We ordered a toxicology report. Any idea what that will show us?
A real rainbow splattering of pharmaceuticals, I bet.
She grins.
Barbiturates, amphetamine, sildenafil.
So I wonder these people can even function with all the stuff they're taking.
How much does the toxicology report cost the police of Revachol? I can do it for half of that. Save you some money, make some myself.
Well, you don't look like you need any more money. You look like you have plenty of money already.
It's quite expensive, miss. But we'll manage without your help for now.
I don't really want to say these. Like, I'm trying to be a professional here, but again, kind of curious to see what she's gonna say, so... Could it be love that did him in?
It very well could be, yes.
What do you mean? What do I mean?
What do I mean? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you mean.
Exactly.
Love did him in? What does that mean?
He told me love did him in.
That's not funny, officer.
Her voice is like a slash through the air. Her shoulders tense up.
Perhaps, miss, it was... Again, I shouldn't be saying this, but I want to know what happened, so... Perhaps it was communism that killed him?
A moment ago it was love. And no, I don't think the Union is communist. They're a couple of shades pinker than that. They're not hardcore in that way, is what I'm trying to say. What are we talking about anyway? This politics shit is a lot in the morning. Is it even morning?
Nope.
I think she's just tired. She doesn't know what you meant by that. And can you blame her?
Absolutely not. Kim should stop me when I'm starting to say like just weird shit like that, but he's just letting me say it. Something miraculous is coming, he told me.
The lieutenant blinks. His expression does not change.
He's starting to get tired of this shit.
All right, let's see where this is going.
Oh, okay, so Kim is curious to see where it's going. From way out northwest, he told me.
Cool.
Just no sells it completely. Okay. I think we're finished with this line of questioning. Let's hand the lieutenant back his notes.
All right.
The lieutenant puts the slip back in his notes and observes the young woman for a moment.
Coolly, gracefully, she pours herself more coffee.
Let's return to this later, miss.
Wait, stop. That man, bloated beyond all recognition, was 42?
It's what she said, yes.
Below the damage, the weeks of decomposition, all the swollen indignity of mortality. He was 42 years old?
Where is this going?
How old are you? That's where this is going. 45,000 liters of raw alcohol has left its disfigurements. What lies beneath, you wonder?
45,000 liters? Is this a real number? Damn.
You could ask either one of them.
Oh, please don't ask her. Kim, how old do you think I am? Miss, how old do you think I am? I got this my age, I think. I don't want to ask her. Let's ask Kim.
Huh?
The lieutenant isn't quite sure he heard you. How old do I look?
How old? 58?
Oh my god, that's really old, really? What if you're wrong? We were both wrong about the deceased. He turned out to be 40. Yeah, you're probably right. That's about what I look. I mean, I would probably give him around like at least 50. Then again, his hair doesn't seem like it's graying much, but I only have this little picture to look at, so that's really old, really?
You asked.
He shrugs. What if you're wrong? We were both wrong about the deceased.
42. And he was deceased. He had been decomposing for a week.
I feel like I've been decomposing for longer than that. The ravages of Al Ghul are nearly as extreme as that of death itself, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. You're right, I'm probably 62, which is not what he said. He said 58. Let's leave it at that. Well, you know, it's the alcohol, man.
There's silence. Then a little more. Here it comes. Mercy.
Uh-oh.
Sure, you're 42. Let's go?
He's like, I don't want to have this conversation. Let's just go.
Wait. This requires scientific measurements.
You know, bring it on. I am not afraid of the truth.
To the laboratorium.
Ooh. Date of birth generator. Okay. I do have 2 skill points, but I don't have any more thoughts. So I'm gonna have to forget one. I don't like some kind of superstar because it lowers my logic by 1, so I think I'm gonna forget this one. But then do I need a skill point? Okay, no. Temporary research bonus, none. 7 hours. Your face looks like it's 58 and your body feels like it's 60. Your mind feels like it's lived for 1 day or 100. Both longer than they ought to be, the day and the century. But for how long then, as this thing attached to your sentience walked the planet's crust? Time to start racking those brains of yours, Elder One. When and where were you born? Alright, let's internalize that. Date of birth generator. At least we lost the -1 logic now, so... Alright, let's get out of here. I guess we're gonna go talk to... the Hardys again. It's now 7 in the evening. It's getting a little late. I'm gonna have to send Kim to get the body to the morgue soon. Ooh, look at the... Damn, there's a party going on in here. Lots of people.
Can I help you?
I guess I should pay my bill for tonight, right? It's getting kind of late.
Got the 20 real?
Yes, I do.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Alright, goodbye. Anything new with you, Jean Wigmore?
Again? I can't believe this shit.
God, I hate his accent. It's so
Yes.
annoying.
What is it?
I can't believe this shit. Just shut up. Just don't talk. Don't speak to me.
Hi again, Gendarme. Bye-bye, Gendarme.
Like, you have to try to sound this annoying. You can't just sound like that naturally. Alright, let's try talking to them again.
It's you again. What is it?
We're gonna be good friends by the time this is over. So I talked to Kalazia about the tape. And nothing. She stands by what she said.
That fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
He stares at his beers for 2 seconds.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Gold? It was just locker room talk. I hate that term. It's not evidence. It was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything, and it didn't change her mind. Yep, it was bad. Honestly, I expected it to have more effect. She pretty much laughed it off, Titus. It's dark stuff, but it doesn't prove anything.
Dark? Dark is when you start a goddamn death rock band. He said he'd rape her.
Okay, but she says he didn't, so... He shakes his head in disbelief.
What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
Have you never said anything like that though, Titus? Like, you seem like the type of guy that would say that to your friends when you're just among boys. Like, you do sound like the type of guy who would say like, oh, this fucking I'm gonna like her in the and then like put my in her and then I'm gonna put my in her up until she. You sound like that type, Titus. But I don't know, maybe I misjudged you. Maybe you're like a really nice guy. Maybe you are a very progressive, accepting man. I don't know. She did not say whoop-de-doo. It did not come as a surprise to her, and she definitely wasn't scared. Actually, I think it made her a little nostalgic. If anything, she seemed turned on by the whole door gunning thing. Titus, she said she would like to be a little door gunner herself if she could. I mean, all of these are all true. Like, I'm trying not to put too much shit on her, right? Because I don't want him to, like, go up there and, like, beat her up or something. So let's just say it did not come as a surprise and she wasn't scared.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Oh, you want to add that, huh?
Funny? No good goddamn psycho whore.
I mean, I feel inclined to agree with you a little bit on this one.
Alright. All fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Her voice is a bit softer than earlier.
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawman?
Titus rubs his chin with his palm as if trying to grind it smooth.
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
Maybe she isn't who you thought she was. Maybe she is still in denial, you know, like a defense mechanism. Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened? I mean, that's... You say don't have to say everything, but that's only 2 things. And then, like, I move on. It's not that many things. I do kind of want to know what he's gonna say. Maybe she isn't who you thought she was.
Nah. I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
He looks upstairs, distracted. She's not some helpless girl. She handled the mercenary well enough. She's a hardcore party girl with a bigger death wish than mine. I guess you do know her then. I mean, she handled him well enough.
Handled him? She got into some stupid shit with that guy. Shit we had to take care of.
Really? You want to elaborate on that?
Yes, yes. We heard all about it, and the fact still stands. You were more disturbed by the tape than her.
Maybe she's still in denial, you know?
Yeah, maybe. That is a possibility.
Fucking psychologist Titus here. Be straight with me, Titus. What happened?
I already told you. We fucking hanged him.
He put his giant face in his hands and sighs.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent.
It's like he's seeing that his story doesn't really hold anymore and he's like kind of tired having to pretend that's what happened.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck on!"
He throws his beer can down.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. You understand? Your little investigation is over.
Well, it's not over till I say it's over.
Yeah.
There is a silence in the room. Alain starts saying something, then thinks best not to.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? All we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
For a moment there, I thought you were like, yeah, let's drink. Now I can see you're kind of tired of their shit.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Ooh, convince Titus he's being manipulated. Oh. So we don't have any -1 on this one. This is just all the +1 from everything we've discussed so far. Manipulated by who? Evrart? Okay, I could get it. I mean, with my luck, I would probably fail because this is more or less a coin toss. So I would almost certainly fail this, but I will come back to this later because who is manipulating him? It would have to be Evrart, right? And I haven't talked to Evrart yet. We really need to do that. So you know what? Let's just do that. Let's go see if he's still in his office. But because we're now like in nighttime mode, it seems, he might not be there anymore. But I'm gonna go see if he is. We're also gonna need to talk to this guy again. So this here is the other mercenary. I want to talk to Manana again too, but what is this? Hypnogama. Oh, okay. Yeah, I want to go talk to Evrart first. And I want to do it while Kim is with me, you know? Come on, Kim. Keep up. Keep up. What's up, Leah?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened a bathhouse in the basement of my apartment building. They can only get so far before they're aching to get back. And lots of folk really did keep coming back.
Leo, in the future, can we keep this greeting shorter? No, it's fine. I don't mind hearing your little stories. I had some questions for you, if that's not too much trouble.
No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at all. It's like that old saying goes, wisdom withers if not shared. And old Leo is always up for sharing.
Yeah, you sure are. You've already told me way more than your friends probably wanted you to. God damn it.
Miss!
Alright, is he in his office? He is. Oh, that's Evrart? Okay, that's not the guy I expected. When I first heard them talking about the Claire twins, I was expecting some guy more like what Titus is, like, you know, some big gruff dude. But he's more like a little bureaucrat guy. Really going to town on that little typewriter there, huh?
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
Now that's a face right there. That's a face.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you.
Yeah, I bet you know exactly who I am, don't you? Are you in charge of the dock workers?
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
You sound exactly like you would sound. He gestures to a tiny chair opposite of his giant desk.
I'm Evrart Claire, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez.
You really sound like you're putting on a voice. Like, all the characters in this game so far, they sound very natural and like normal people you could meet. This guy sounds kind of like he's putting on a voice, though. Like a character, you know? The man relaxes into his chair and continues.
I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
I mean, I can just lean over the desk and shake your hand, but that's fine.
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You get like this huge, like spinning office chair, and then in front's like this tiny little chair, really uncomfortable.
You go ahead, detective.
The lieutenant nods at you, then the chair.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Mr. Dubois, is that my name? Is my name Harry Dubois, really? Take a seat. I'd rather stand. Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois? I mean, that's probably my name, right? I'd rather stand.
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals. Take a seat. I insist.
Me sitting in that shitty little chair will do anything but make us equal. So no, I'm gonna stand.
He's trying to throw you off your game with this Dubois nonsense. Don't give him the pleasure.
I don't sit. It's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions.
As he nods, his multiple chins move like ocean waves. You can't say that.
I, too, have convictions. One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level. Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But until then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
Are you serious? Turns back to his typewriter.
You're no Titan of Felician, buddy. He's got you in a fork. Sit down or leave.
Ah, I failed my freaking volition. God damn it. Alright, fine.
Excellent, Mr.
We've already been
Dubois.
defeated.
I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
He gives you a sly wink. Try to wink back. Damn, this chair is uncomfortable. Well, let's not give him the pleasure. This is all on purpose, right? It's so he can feel more powerful in front of whoever he's negotiating with. It's like, you're sitting in this shitty little chair. He's leaning back in his giant throne. This is all a power tactic, but I'm not gonna give you the pleasure. Let's remain serious.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world.
Damn, I actually took damage.
It's violating your backside.
By the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
Oh, so that's his full name? I thought Gart was his name.
This should take care of that nonsense.
He points to a giant novelty check on his desk. It's absolutely comically huge.
It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
He points at it again.
Wow, that's 25 real.
That's
it? Good money. You need it.
A giant check for like 25 real? That's really not that much. Wait, you know Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
You can say thank you, Evrart, and take the comically large check. I guess what's comical is that it's so large and it's only for a very small amount, right? Take the comically large check, but don't say anything. Keep it, I'm good. You can take that comically large check and shove it up your ass. I don't feel like I should be taking money from this guy. Then again, I did take money from Joyce. So it's like I'm being paid by the company, and then when the leader of the union offers me money, I'm like, oh no, I can't be bribed. And Joyce gave me way more money than this too, but like, Joyce feels like she's being straight with me. At least she's better at appearing transparent than this guy is. This guy, I feel like he's just trying to have like every advantage over me in this negotiation. So like, and 25, I feel like I'm gonna give him one more victory if I take the check. No, this feels so condescending. Keep it, I'm good.
Okay, okay. I respect a man with principles. No handouts then.
He crosses his arms on his ample midsection and sinks further into his chair.
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
How do you know about that? Also, a woman has my gun, as far as I know.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear. Only two words escape its gravitational pull. Lost and gun.
Oh man, my morale is really low. Let's get some of that back. I don't know what happens if you go down to 0. Like, do you die? Are you game over? So that's why I'm always trying to keep it at like at least 2. How do you know about my lost gun? I mean, I've been kind of asking a bunch of people about it, so it's not that strange that he knows, I guess. How do you know about it?
I know everything, Harry. Right now, I know that you're worried. Don't be worried. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths.
Ooh.
It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
Oh, he's really good at this. Don't panic. -2, the chair is killing you. -1, side effects, spooks. Okay, well, that's not happening. Kim? Kim?
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Claire's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
God damn it, that's my only... That's my only option. I have no choice but to fail this composure check. Alright, let's just take the L.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
No, I'm not about to cry. Try to stay cool. So what? Men can cry too. I mean, obviously that's what I believe, but I shouldn't be crying in front of this dude just because he mentioned I lost my gun. So far, I am being soundly defeated in this negotiation. So what? Men can cry too.
You want to cry? God, you're weak. Whatever you do, don't cry. He'll think you're disgusting.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look so good.
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
Mr. Dubois! Mr. Dubois! Harry!
The large man snaps his fingers, but to no effect. You're in some stupor. Keep sliding down the chair like a jello shot. There are no Harrys. Let your mind go to your safe place. Yes.
While Evrart is distracted by your odd behavior, the lieutenant's eyes are mapping everything around you. The folder, desk, papers on the wall.
Thank you, Kim. Yes, make the best use of this time. I got this, bitch! Y'all flew too close to the sun, in this case, me. Alright, the fly is defeated. That's +1 morale right there. I'm already feeling better. Alright, so... challenging success. Thankful for that one. So, while he's being distracted by how weird I am, it's giving Kim some time to, like, notice all the details and stuff, so...
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Well, I was like 3 days ago, but I'm better now.
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Nah, I'm as good as it gets, Mr. Dubois. Vaguely gesture with your hands above your head. Oh yeah, man, I'm fucking great. Keep sliding. Actually, this chair is uncomfortable. I could use a glass of water. Sit upright. I'm melting. Yeah, no, this chair is very uncomfortable. Ah, but if I say that, I could use a glass of water, that's for sure. Are you gonna get up and get it for me, or am I gonna have to go get it? Yeah.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
What an odd demonstration of a... You got me, Harry. Okay, so... small victory, I guess? I'm not sure what exactly we're playing at here, but I feel like I just won one round. After losing like 2, 3 in a row.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Kim's like, enough of this bullshit. Can we get to the questions, please?
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. Police officer questions.
Yes, of course.
It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost
Oh my god, that's so many questions. Okay. Man, where are we gonna start with? Okay. Aren't you going to ask me how I got in?
Am I going to ask? Hell, Harry. You spin-kicked my strongest man in the face. I saw it from my window.
Oh, I'm glad you saw that.
Would you ask a man like that how he got into your container yard?
Ooh, I understand. I am a terrifying death machine. I don't even know how I was able to do that. You don't have a window. Oh, that's true. But that's so tempting though. Yeah, you don't have a window.
It was a figure of speech, Harry. Of course I don't have a window. I'm in a container. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
I mean, that's obviously my name. I feel like I shouldn't ask that, but I do want, like, confirmation. You called me Mr. Dubois. Why?
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Evrart, I call you Harry.
Oh, okay, so he interpreted it as me saying that it's weird he's calling me by my last name instead of just calling me Harry, so it is my last name.
That's what the hanged corpse called you. Harry.
So that's really my name?
My God, so it's true.
Ah, shit.
I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I didn't want him to know, but I guess he already knows anyways. He shrugs with an amazed expression.
I think the odds of that are very low.
It might be a good idea to hide your confusion. I mean, see what his game is first.
It's true, my memory is a bit hazy. My memory is fine, I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my big fat folder.
He passed the brown folder in front of him.
Words flow like a river of honey from his lips. I guess word has already reached him. No matter. No harm done.
Are you sure?
It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
The lieutenant inspects Evrart over his spectacles.
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Let's get this straight. What is my full name? Oh, I can't ask him that. That would give him way too much power over me. Do you know anything about my family? Do I have a wife or kids, or what kind of a cop does it say I am? Yeah, where did you get that folder?
Ah, this? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
Of course you have friends in the RCM.
This translates into, haha, you guys are so corrupt.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Have another look at that folder. That's a 58%. +1, Kim suspects something. +1, read shipping folders before. Oh. That's 58%. I can't miss that, right? You ain't gonna have me miss the 58% roll. I've missed so many rolls. Just give me that one, please. Please? 58%.
Everart's
God
large
damn
hands
it!
are covering the folder, but the look on his face says, I know everything about you, Harry.
I'm so fucking tired of missing every roll. Like, I know I managed some pretty good rolls in previous episodes, but like the vast majority of them, I feel like I always fucking fail. I've got nothing to hide.
Oh, Harry. Oh, wow. This is really something.
He peeks into the folder as if it's hard to turn away from the mysteries inside. You're not gonna get me with your little manipulation.
I'm sure it's not that bad. At worst, he has an old RCM folder, and I very much doubt even that.
Okay, thanks for whispering that directly in my ear, Kim.
So how about it, Harry? You need assistance, I presume?
No, I do not. Let's talk of other matters for a moment.
Of course, Harry, of course. Let's not linger on personal details and amnesia. You wanted something from me.
This motherfucker. I hate this guy already. Let's, I want to talk about the hanging.
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez.
That's right.
I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to discuss it with you.
Oh, you're gonna ask for my badge, aren't you?
I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
But I don't have my police badge. Say nothing.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
So all I know about Evrart is what Joyce told me, and he said that he is extremely corrupt. So that's kind of all I know, and so far, that does kind of sound like him. Alright, so what kind of information do you want? He's going to ask me the same thing Joyce asked me. He's gonna ask me to, like, spy on the company for him, right?
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
Kim, is that true? Are we door-opening machines?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
Oh, well, if you said so, then I'm sure it's true.
The stars aligned into a cosmic frown here. He has your fate decided. Bide your time, however, and let the stars continue their course, and that frown shall turn into a smile. Only if you play along.
Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
Why don't you just, what do you mean by a weasel?
A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly.
He removes his glasses and rubs his nose.
Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
He puts his glasses back on. Why don't you just open it yourself?
Harry, I'm a very busy man, and more importantly, I don't have that extraordinary physique you do. You look like you could run around all day.
Don't try and flatter me. He slams his fists together.
You want to send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. So what will it be, Harry?
I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging. No, he probably knows everything that happened with the hanging. Like, he is in control of the union after all, and they're responsible, or at least they're mixed up in all this. We need to have some leverage against him. Like, we need some information that he doesn't have, and then maybe that's gonna... So I can accept the task or refuse the task for now. I bet you don't even know anything. I mean, I do want to know what he's gonna say if I say that.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
I can't accept this thing.
Of course, Harry, I understand. But if that's the case, I don't think we'll ever find your gun. Even worse, we won't be able to speak like equals about the murder.
You're so convinced you're in control here, aren't you?
Perhaps this was just bad timing for you. Know that you can always come back to me. I really hope you do. For your sake, my sake, and for your gun's sake too.
He winks at you. Now you're using my gun as leverage. You're using it against me. You're blackmailing me. This guy is so fucking manipulative.
Yes, we both understand what you meant.
Yeah, we get it.
This may be the only way, he thinks. I won't hold it against you. In fact, we probably should reconsider later.
So I met Joyce, the company representative.
Oh, that's very nice. I haven't gotten around to her yet. I'm very, very busy, you see. I hope you're getting along.
He adjusts a button on his sleeve.
One thing I want to make very clear, Harry, is that this is not some kind of union versus corporation situation. Everyone is just pals here.
Just pals?
Yes. We're all trying to do what's best for Martinez. Don't feel like you shouldn't work with her just because you and I are such good friends. I'm not a jealous guy.
What happened to the previous negotiator, Mr. Gaumont?
What do you mean, Harry? Nothing. I let him go.
He made concessions for the company in previous negotiations. Why would you let an ally like that go?
He's an old man, Harry. I wanted him to spend more time with his family. God knows how long he's got left.
You called him a midget.
Harry! I have little people in my organization. I would never call someone a midget. What is this?
He exclaims, indignant.
Honestly, I'm beginning to think you're a midget, Harry. I'm only kidding, Harry. You're not a midget. No one is. We're pals.
Joyce said the previous union leader vanished under suspicious circumstances.
Vanished? Harry, the woman left her casserole in the oven and couldn't make it here in time for the voting. Oh, did I leave my casserole on? Better go home and check. The election can wait. When she got back, the whole thing was over.
Really? That's your story?
Wait, there was no mention of a casserole from Joyce.
Funny, Joyce didn't mention any casserole.
Harry, Harry, Harry. Do not fixate on this little matter. Maybe it was a rabbit stew, or a hairdryer, or an iron. The point is, her heart wasn't in it. Mine was.
You're so obviously lying.
That much is true. His heart truly is in it, though you wouldn't think so by looking at him. This particular brand of humor he has, it makes for a fine distraction.
Sure does.
If it's spilled blood you're looking for, then there certainly isn't any in his expression or demeanor now.
Why haven't you let her in to see you?
If she actually wants to see me, she will find a way. Any good negotiator would. And I just don't have anything to discuss with a bad negotiator.
Okay, but you wouldn't let her inside. Then again, Measurehead, well, the door is open now, so she could technically come and talk to you if she wanted.
He doesn't want to see her.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Evrart, Joyce seems to think the Union is low-balling her.
Yes, yes. Low-balling, of course. This isn't a casino, Harry. Real people, real livelihoods are at stake here. But everything's a casino for those rich types.
Oh, and you're not a rich type?
His expression makes it clear. This is childish and irresponsible behavior.
Alright, let's talk about something else.
Of course, Harry. Let me just assure you one more time. It's perfectly okay to share anything we discuss here with this Joyce. This is a completely transparent organization.
I mean, of course, when you trust a face like that.
I have no interest in what she is doing, but I myself have nothing to hide. Your business is your business, and I respect your privacy. Just remember, none of this is secret.
He makes an all-encompassing gesture.
Tell her about all of it. My brother's picture, my singing swordfish clock. Tell her how overweight I am and how I'm helping you find your lost gun. Tell her about everything. Evrart doesn't mind.
Alright, so plot twist, there's a second fly in here. So it wasn't just one, it was two. I didn't notice the picture of your brother anywhere. Whose picture is this on your desk there, I wonder?
It is rather interesting to tell people things about each other, isn't it? It was nice telling him about her right now.
Okay. Turns out the strikers were being served an alcoholic brew. I stopped this madness.
I don't know what that means, Harry, but I love it. I love your initiative. Knowing you're out there keeping things running lets me focus on the big picture stuff. Don't even tell me what was going on. Alcoholic brew, stronger, stopped it, strike. I'm just gonna let you surprise me, Harry.
I'm told the Union is involved in the local drug trade. Should I tell him that? These are all things I feel like I shouldn't be telling him, but like, with the Hardy Boyz telling them this stuff, unlocked further questioning and like made it easier to convince them about stuff. So like, should we be telling him that we know about this stuff? It might give us some leverage, but then again it might not. I'm told the Union is involved in the local drug trade.
What? Harry, how could you say that to me? You know I appreciate a joke as much as any jolly fat guy, but I can't take slander. Are you actually investigating this?
Ooh, we can try and lie. I am. No, I'm not. No comment. Ooh. Yes, I am.
You've hurt me, Harry. Me, a friend. But you know what?
The man rubs his temple and closes his eyes in pain. He perks up.
I trust you, like I trust all my friends. And I know you'll never talk to me about this again, because you don't want to wound me. So do what you want, and let's change the subject.
He's hiding his real reaction beneath courtesy.
Of course.
Thank you for your understanding. We will continue to do what we must.
Good one, Kim.
You too, Lieutenant. You know, I like you, but you never were my favorite. I'm a Harry guy. I'm Team Harry.
Don't try and sow some discord between us. It's not gonna work. Me and Kim are tight like this.
None taken. Did we have anything else to do here, Harry?
Oh, oof. You've never called me by my name before. This sounds weird. You usually call me detective. You calling me by my name just feels strange. So you want to change the subject, huh? Well, I've just finished investigating the local drug trade.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him.
Interesting. A nuisance, you say? So are you saying it's something that happens on his watch that he doesn't really like, but he has to let it happen because it has to do with La Puta Madre? Or is he part of it and like he doesn't want us to know about it?
Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
Alright. Do you know there's a mega rich light bending guy inside one of the containers outside?
Mega rich light bending guy? Oh my god. How did that get in there?
He's so rich he could get in anywhere. Slime like him must have oozed in through the cracks. Must have been in the container when someone accidentally closed the door. I don't know how he got in there. I mean, he's so rich, probably could get anywhere.
Damn it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega rich light bending guys.
Oh, so you don't believe me. You know, some of him may have been a figment of my imagination. I think he wants to take down the proletariat, Evrart. Nothing can stop an innovative mind. Kim, tell him he was there.
There was a guy in the container, but he didn't bend any light. That was in the detective's head.
Okay, can't you just cover for me this one time, Kim, in front of Evrart? Come on, man. Work with me.
Honestly, guys, we might be moving all kinds of suspicious things through this harbor, but I won't be caught transporting the light-bending mega-rich. I have a reputation to protect.
Yes, for God's sake, you're a socialist. Is he a socialist? The mega-rich are people too. He was a nice man. Gave me stock tips. Yes, the transportation of the mega-rich should be more tightly regulated. Didn't seem like he was safe. You should be honored by the presence of this magus. He was of half-rev Asholian blood and amassed his wealth using the mysterious bond of nationhood. Oh no, yeah. Should be more tightly regulated.
You're a fucking idiot, Harry. I love it. Thank you for sharing this deep, idiotic part of yourself with me. A hallucinating market liberal. I love it. So poetic.
Oh, you're just gonna call me an idiot to my face? What if I spin kick you in the face, huh? How about that?
I shudder to think what you're going to tell me next, Harry.
Let's talk about my lost gun.
Yes, your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
First of all, my gun was not lost. I pawned it, which is not the same. Then someone went and bought it, so it's not lost. I know where it is, kind of. Someone bought it.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Hold on, could he really hold my gun hostage?
Who knows? Only one thing is certain. If you work with him, you're going to get it back. And working with him might be the only way to do it.
Wait, the gun may have been bought from Roy's pawn shop. Have your men factored that in?
Yes. Thank you for the hot tip regarding your lost gun, Harry. My men have indeed factored in that you pawned it. Now please, let the professionals do their job. Kick back, Harry, relax. I have great guys on this. You focus on what's important. Building our relationship for the good of Martinez.
It did not come as a surprise to him. He might actually not be bullshitting.
I will not be blackmailed with this gun business. I don't care about my gun, keep it. Does this mean if I do things for you, I will get my gun back? I will not be blackmailed.
Harry, I was only trying to be tactful. A lost gun is a dangerous thing. I can't have it around in my neighborhood. Kids could be playing gun roulette with it as we speak. Teenage gangs could be arming themselves. Get a hold of yourself, Harry.
Well, not if you have it, right? So, fine. Find it, keep it. This actually completed the task. Track down your gun. Interesting.
I assure you, we are working on locating the missing sidearm as well.
The lieutenant is concerned about the lost gun and feels that the fact you haven't prioritized looking for it is unfortunate, if inevitable, and doesn't put the RCM in a good light.
Okay, but Kim, surely you understand why I don't want to be working with this guy, right?
Excellent, Mr. Kitsuragi. That's excellent news. Looks like we have a friendly gun-finding competition on our hands.
Evrart, I'm going to leave now, but we might talk again later.
Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
He leans, reaches. He leans, reaches. Could you not decide which word you wanted to use? This is what, 4th, 5th typo I've seen in this game so far? Guys, come on, you need to tighten this shit up. Maybe I should send this playthrough to the devs and then maybe they can fix it in the next patch. Pulls out a plastic card. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I totally didn't steal a plastic card from your office last time I was here. Great, wouldn't want to get stuck in here.
Here, you're one of us now. A real red and white union man. Take care, Harry.
The coffee in the giant thermoses is still lukewarm. I hate that word. Stop saying lukewarm. Well, that didn't go too well. Kim, do you have anything to say?
Yes?
I really thought he was gonna have something to say, like, cause when Joyce asked us to investigate the drug trade, Kim was like, a moment please, and then like we talked about it together. So now Evrart is asking us to kick down a door, and Kim, you don't have any objections to that? Should I just accept it then, so that we can like investigate it? I guess we could accept so that we can know more. We could accept the task and then decide not to do it.
Every worker.
He leans towards you, waiting for your to complete again. Another typo. This is the 3rd one in one episode. A member of the board is a living god. Is an organ in the great state organism of war. Also looks just like me. For himself. Sure.
Hey, why the hell not? Now, how can I help you today?
Alright, I'm reconsidering opening that door you asked me to open.
A fantastic change of heart, Harry. Go talk to Manana down by the gates. He'll brief you and give you the key. Just open one little door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door. That's it.
Wait.
Anything else we should discuss?
So you have the key? Well then if you have the key, why... Okay.
See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding. But not too much.
Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised Kim didn't have anything to say about this door opening business. But like, I don't want to be working for Evrart. It puts us in a really tricky position, you know? Like, we did kind of work for Joyce, but like, she gave us a tip about some drug trade and like, it makes sense for us to investigate that as the police. We didn't really do it for her. Plus, we didn't even end up giving her the information. Like, she just wanted to know that we were investigating it. Oh, also, I can talk to Measurehead again now, I guess, about the race theory.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
The unpromising race pupil. I think I know what the race enigma is.
And?
It's shit. I just wanted to get into the harbor. Paradoxically, you plan to supersede the Occidentals. Another typo. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so many typos in one episode. Should I just write these all down and like send this to the developers so that they can fix it? That's too many typos for one game. With their own race theory, this racecraft is what rich people want us to do while they get all the money. It's just something you shock people with. Liberal and progressives people. That's kind of another typo there. It's whatever you want it to be. It's a free association language exercise. Degenerate, race hero. I don't know about the rest, but it's clear I should stop drinking the ancient Ilmaran mind poison Al Ghul. This dump is ready to be superseded by the Aeropagite superstate. I can serve as a clerk in your administration. Maybe you need a cop? Okay, that's a lot of possible answers. I mean, I don't know about the rest, but it's true I should stop drinking, yeah.
Fascinating. The Revacholian degenerate shows signs of racial self-reflection. How did you accomplish this little feat?
The phrenologic lines on his face move like a puzzle board. I sobered up for 5 minutes. I imagined the picnic face of the desert pygmy laughing at me, crooked teeth grinning. I imagined the woman laughing at me beneath her pithy. Terrible and beautiful. It's always been 100% clear to me that the answer to the race enigma is I should stop drinking. You know, I just sobered up.
So it would seem, Ralph Rule. On one hand, this pathetic self-therapy has little to do with the great mystery of living organisms. The race enigma. And, of course, you will not be able to free yourself from the yoke of rule.
I beg to differ.
It is too late. It may be lethal to stop at this point, but still.
He pauses in heroic doubt.
Your willpower fires up, directing you to speak.
If the Revacholian degenerate is capable of critical thought, he may prove a race adversary yet. Was I mistaken to share the esoteric science with him?
Jean, baby, you did the heroic thing.
I will stop drinking. You're right. Who am I kidding? Without party time, gray reality is devoid of reason. No, I will stop drinking.
That is not possible. The game of Shahmat you play against the rule streaks is unwinnable. The days, the weeks, the months will wear you out. The Occidental haplogroup is incapable of long-term, lucid thoughts.
I'm going to stop drinking for the sake of my race. You're wrong. I'll do it. I'm quitting.
You will not. You cannot withstand the wasteland of reality.
It's super hard, Jean. My mom couldn't do it either.
The woman looks at her fingernails. She's chiming in more now than she has, like, the entire conversation we had with him.
Let's go, officer. Let's go do some work.
The lieutenant puts his hand on your shoulder. Aw, Kim. Interesting. Wasteland of reality. -2 physical instrument. It has been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic. That's one way you can say that. And that it's a sickness. And it's killing you. You're crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragging on the ground, your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this. Even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit? Maybe indeed. What should I forget in order to research this one? I could forget Lonesome Long Way Home. Like, it gives me more... It gives me +1 psi if I take speed, but I don't want to take speed. And then your learning cap for perception is raised, but my perception's already pretty high, so... I think I'm gonna forget Lonesome Long Way Home. And then let's get Wasteland of Reality. Physical instrument is -2 now. I mean, it's pretty rare that I need physical instrument, thankfully. And hopefully the bonus we get for this is worth it. Like, maybe we can actually stop drinking. That would be great for Harry, right? I wish Harry nothing but the best. Like, it seems like he's been a fuck up this whole time, but now that we are in control of him, the player... maybe he can turn his life around. Hey, mañana. Long time no see.
How'd you like our harbor?
You've been in there, he means. Talked to the boss man too, probably.
Was nice enough. Labor utopia, not approvingly. Complete shit. Was nice enough, I guess.
It's but a rest area on the path leading across open plains.
He nods solemnly, then turns to you, a wide smile adorning his face.
Right. You talk to the boss, eye to eye, like men of the plain. If you have any more questions, I'm set to talk.
Oh, I do have a question. Any idea who killed the hangman?
The mercenary, eh? Who could have killed him? That's indeed the question. Why even do such a thing?
He shakes his head solemnly. Well, the harbor is a prime area of suspicion. In your opinion, are the dock workers involved in the killing?
What a thought! Why would noble workers resort to such a thing? Unless they were pushed, of course.
Pushed how?
Your dead guy was an enemy combatant.
Hold up, what does that mean?
He was an agent of the opposition, attempting to undermine our honorable efforts.
Did you kill him?
I ain't the murdering type, but that's just me. Large organizations like our union have all sorts of men, with all sorts of skills.
Understood. This has been of limited use. Still, thank you.
No problem. I wish the best to you in your search. Sure, I'm glad it's not my search.
He takes a sip from his flask. Evrart said you have a key to a door.
A key, huh? What door is this key supposed to open?
He said it belonged to a weasel. I was hoping you could tell me. I don't know, some whistleblowers, I think. Well, oh. A weasel. So he's saying he's trying to punish one of his workers because he's a whistleblower?
Oh, say no more. I got you.
He taps the side of his nose with a little wink.
I got that key right here. And let me tell you, it's mighty good of you to help us out during the strike. Working class solidarity, as they say.
I saw an opportunity and took it. I'm a hustle grinder. I heard something about a weasel and didn't sound like a local parlor weasel, if you know what I mean, wink. What? Are you saying what I think you're saying here? Because that's messed up. I'm not opening this door for myself, I'm opening it for all working men. I'm not really doing this for political reasons, yeah.
Oh, so the none of the above type, are you? I get it, I get it. I like to keep my distance too. But it doesn't matter. It's a good thing you're doing. Thanks. What you're looking for is a basement door behind the greenhouse. That's behind the Whirling in Rags. That's all I know. Our organization is what you call compartmentalized. Means we keep out of each other's business.
Okay, but where did you get the key from?
Yeah.
The janitor gave it to me. Nice fella. We talked about life and things that really, truly matter.
His gaze wanders off into the distance.
None of this mess we're in. This jiving and juggling. What's it for? To feed our children, I guess.
Anything else I should know about this task, this weasel person, when he'll be home?
I'm more of a philosophical dock worker. I like to talk about the big picture stuff. Who I am, who you are, what we are fighting for.
The man takes a big sip from his flask.
It means he's not going to tell you, because he doesn't know.
Of course.
But he will shoot his mouth off with you now that you're working for Evrart.
I don't like that, working for Evrart.
Who he is, and what they're fighting for. This is interesting.
Actually, do you know anything about the Hardy Boyz?
Los Hardys? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility.
What do you mean independent? Aren't they just part of the union?
They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Evrart's law. But really, they're just like you.
Really? Takes a swig from his flask.
Is he actually comparing you, an officer of the law, to some neighborhood vigilantes?
Seems that way.
Come on. He's just trying to keep the peace.
Well, better not antagonize him, let it go.
The man whispers a jaunty tune. A coastal breeze ruffles his hair.
Why are you striking?
We're negotiating our share.
Your share?
Aye.
Wait, so not wages or pensions or...
This stuff. They already covered.
Shouldn't you be grateful then? It's a lot more than most people here have. At least you got the benefits, that's something. However much you feed the wolf. I mean, yeah, you get the benefits.
It's not enough. Not enough to get ahead. More about keeping us in our place.
Oh, okay. Economy stuff, I get it. I want to talk about something else. How large a share would you like?
All of it. However, right now we want all the harbor workers to be on the company's board, so they could take part in the decision-making process.
But that could never happen, right? It's like impossible.
This seditious talk sounds like communism. Just so we're on the same page, communism is basically wanting to kill the rich people or deporting them to a labor camp in Southeast Grad. But don't say that out loud if you're a communist.
Okay, that's not what communism is, but thank you. Are you a communist? The boss man, Evrart, what can you tell me about him?
I think it's best you make up your own mind now that you've met him. In my eyes, he is a capable organizer and a decent businessman.
What does bossing the union entail anyway?
I guess you kind of get to be the village chief. He oversees the harbor, makes deals with the owners or other relevant parties. Watches out for his own.
By that, you mean corruption?
By heavens, why would he not be corrupt? We live in a harsh and disordered world, see? And in this world, the old man is corrupt for our benefit, and we know it. Appreciate it even. He is, personally, not too lavish.
That desk seemed lavish to me. You're right, he's very ascetic. I kind of know what lavish means, but just to confirm. Marked by profusion or excess. Yeah, okay, a lavish feast. That desk seemed lavish to me.
He is reasonably lavish, sure. That's his prerogative. It's not like you want a saintly demeanor on a corrupt motherfucker. That would be a manipulative illusion.
Oh yeah, and he's not manipulative at all.
Besides, there are no non-corrupt systems in the world anyway. And moralism is the most corrupt of them all.
There are no non-corrupt systems in the world. I'm afraid you're right about that. I mean, that's probably true, but that's because people are corrupt, so yeah.
Not you would like to say. But then there's that weasel door. This man has political theory, and it has not failed him today.
We could, I mean, they're not really communists. Are you a communist?
No. I don't think I'm a communist. Seeing something of value and saying I want it all to myself is a much older and simpler notion. No science to it at all. Even a weak child can think it. The only things holding someone back are I can't and I shouldn't.
Right on, brother. You shouldn't take what's not yours. Cool, I don't have anything to add to that. I mean, if you're saying that like you are making money for this company and then you're not getting your fair share and so you want more, what I'm describing as not yours should be yours, but it sounds like the dock workers already have pretty good wages. So what they want is to, I guess, have more of a role in the decision making just of Martinez or like of Wild Pines in general, because Wild Pines is much larger than just Martinez, so I'm not sure, so I'm just gonna say cool.
And none of the above kind of man. No harm in being that.
You seem to have spent a lot of time thinking about the political situation.
Sure. I've had the necessary free time. Fortunately, there's always time.
He spreads his arms wide, using the reach to show how much time he has.
The look in his brown eyes conjures up an understanding. For him, having command of his time is the most important thing.
Me too.
It all comes together now. The way he speaks about scabs, his general attitude. He's a follower of a 500-year-old Franco-Nigerian Boyadero code, itself an appropriation of Vespertine cool.
Boyadero mention?
That of a noble peasant or a traveling herdsman. True to yourself, independent in your actions, loyal to your friends.
Am I gonna get the Boyadero thought?
No.
Oh, I could. But what if, maybe, unless? I could.
No. The man sits on the railing, his hands reaching far and wide. Yet it feels as if he could, effortlessly, go even wider, if need be. An endless torrent of time.
I want to be a Boyadero. God damn it. So, do I have a key now? Key to basement apartment, okay. Interesting. I should talk with this guy again, right? It's been a very long time, and now we know he's one of the mercenaries.
Went native on the chief, huh? Those ballerina antics were reckless. Should have just punched him in the throat again.
Ballerina antics? That's what you call a spinning roundhouse kick? Come on, man, give me some credit.
Let's talk about our right to work.
Ooh. Okay, so I could show him the picture, but I probably shouldn't. Are you a mercenary hired by Wild Pines? Just ask him straight up.
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around here. You understand?
Say very quietly. Is there a tribunal being convened by any chance?
Fucking bog.
He breathes out slowly, his giant chest deflating and his mouth slightly open.
You hear a tiny rattle, a small radio, cracking somewhere. An earpiece. I'm going to interpret that as a yes. There's a tribunal, and it won't be long until it's ready.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
The lieutenant says, his voice is soothing calm. He looks at you.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now, somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time.
Okay, let's just back off.
The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on.
I'm gonna leave now. Okay, why does he pretend to be a scab, though? Like, what's the point? That's the part I don't get. Evrart asks you to open the basement door behind the greenhouse in the backyard to intimidate the occupant. Do what you have to do. Evrart has promised to give you info on the case's return. I hate that I have to do that. I wonder if there's a way around that. Get the whole story from Titus. I could try and convince them to tell me the whole story. I'm gonna talk to the Hardy Boyz again. I do have like a 58% roll to tell them they're being manipulated.
It's you again. What is it?
Come on, 58% is pretty good, right? I could get that.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter.
One of his boys will? That's it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kim. One of his boys, maybe?
Just remember, it's about more than Glacia. It's about these men and Martinez. Their district. Their responsibility.
That's it then. Case closed. We're going home, Kim.
Huh?
The lieutenant raises his brow.
He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Because of some chick. Because you're a foreigner. Because you work for the wrong people. Because they like killing. Oh. It's about more than Glacia. It's about these men and Martinez, their responsibility. Because you work for the wrong people?
Goddamn right. This is Union Town. You work for the company, we will kill you.
Fuck, Dennis. We don't kill you if you work for the company. Half the harbor works for the company.
It's like, Dennis, you dumb fuck.
Work for the wrong company, and they execute you.
They just hang you like in the Dark Ages, make a display of your corpse. They just hang you, shoot you, whatever. They can't even remember. They just hang you, shoot you, light you on fire. They don't care.
We didn't light him on fire.
You hear the fat man wheeze. He's trying to get up.
That's it. That's the weak one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
The old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm. We haven't seen this one talk before.
He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Turn to Angus. Or what? You're gonna kill me like you killed him? For no fucking reason? Turn to Theo. What happens if I keep talking? You're gonna kill me too? In this bar for nothing? Look at Kim first. What do you think, Kim?
The lieutenant has put down his notebook. His hand is resting on his holster. He gives you an imperceptible nod.
This is tense.
What? What does that mean? Go for it. The lieutenant has his eyes set on the fat guy. Push Angus. We're almost there.
I'm gonna push him.
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him.
Oh?
He was dead when...
Takes a breath, wheezing. Come on, spill the beans.
Shut up, Angus.
He was dead before you hanged him?
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
The little guy hits Angus on the back of the head, a loud slap.
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
The room falls quiet, so quiet you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus?
Lizzie!
Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Ooh. The dominoes are falling in place. It's all going down. Like, we already told them that we knew about the bullet and like that he was shot before being hanged, but like they didn't want to admit it. But now because Hank has kind of spilled it and like I guess they're tired of me pushing them, it's all coming out. Give her up. That female driver, right? The one who was there during the hanging. She's the one that shot him. Now, why did she shoot him? That's what we need to know.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Evrart.
Ooh.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
She walks off without looking back. Wow, so this whole time she was just there to help you guys, like, deny this whole thing, and now you're just gonna admit it?
You're in. He's all yours. Questions?
I'm sorry I made you guys fight. Kim, we did it. So you didn't kill him. He was already dead. So who killed the merc then? Any leads? Whose idea was it to hang him anyway? Hers?
In a manner of speaking.
What do you mean?
We had help from another girl. It was her idea to hang him, and I liked it for political reasons. It sent a good message.
It's her, isn't it? The drug trafficker, the missing 8 Hardy?
Fella, you think too much. He's off all right. You're gonna hurt your head.
The big guy steps towards you.
That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boyz. You don't know her, anyway.
You know, it's okay for there to be a Hardy girl, Titus. Understood. Can you tell me anything about her? Name, current location? You're going to stonewall me if I ask more about her, aren't you? You know, it's okay for there to be a Hardy girl, Titus.
We're Hardy Boyz, and that's it.
His face sets like concrete. He shakes his head solemnly. Sure, but can you tell me anything about this affiliate? Name, current location?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klasia you want to talk to.
Alright, so who killed the merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
Oh, so you don't know who killed him? Why claim that you guys hanged him then? Like, you knew what you were risking. I guess they didn't think they were risking much because they assumed the RCM could never, like, arrest all of them because they make the law around here, but... So why did you want to cover for it? By taking responsibility, you're putting yourself in danger because, like, these Colonel mercenaries might come down on the Union, so, like, you don't know who killed him. You just heard a shot outside. She. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
When you say she, do you mean Klasie or do you mean the female driver?
Hers, you mean?
She's got one of those checkered pasts. The shot could have missed. Could have been meant for her.
So they were together when he got shot? Oh, and she didn't tell us that, so she lied.
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
And you had ideas about his past too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns. Training. Years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
So you think it's an inside job?
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do. If I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
Okay, but you could have been doing this whole time. You just didn't want to, so...
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became himself again.
Really? So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
Why?
Because the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
The girls? Plural?
Girls plural? There's another girl? 2 of them? Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he hopes she didn't.
So you were just kind of standing by your own people then? That's a big risk to take though. What happened Sunday night?
Klasie came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How did you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy too, Angus.
What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the merc was dead.
So he died
there
here?
Was a bullet hole through the window.
Oh.
Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
So he got shot in the hotel? Through the window? Ooh, this is getting very interesting. This is not at all what I thought.
It means they'd been fucking?
Well, yeah, we know that.
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Ooh. Who's Tibbs? The hate Hardy?
Nah, he's my brother.
Oh.
He's in the window replacement business.
Okay.
Tibbs. That's short for?
Short for Tiberius?
Yeah. Good man.
Bet their father's name, Atticus Hardy. Lucretia Hardy would be their sister. Anyway.
Titus, Tiberius, Atticus? Is that a reference to something? If Claudia didn't kill him, why the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
I didn't notice anything. What kind of shit are we talking about?
The can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. Where she came from.
These people, who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Yeah.
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing.
Okay. Sorry I made you guys fight.
Me too.
Okay, we did it.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Thank you for this, Titus. I'll go talk to her for the last time.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go.
He grabs his beer and swirls it in his hand and thinks of something. Yeah?
She, Claudia, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection.
But she would still prefer if we didn't take her away.
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
I see.
We'll take that into account.
The lieutenant slides his notebook into his coat pocket. He turns to leave. Interesting. Huh. Well, that was a big old... Okay, so that was a lot of information. I'm still not quite clear exactly what he's saying. So, both the girls are involved. That would mean we knew that much. Are you saying he got shot while he was with Claudia? Like, she was drugged up and so, like, he got shot through the window? And then what does it have to do with the female driver? She's the one who suggested they hang the body to cover it up? I'm gonna have to note this down and like review my notes to get a clearer picture of what's happening. But I mean, we knew the Hardys didn't kill him at this point. We knew they were trying to cover up for someone having shot him, but like, I'd assumed maybe it was like Evrart shot him or something. I mean, now that I've met Evrart, he doesn't really seem the type to do that. He's more like underhanded than that, but I guess I should talk to Claudia about it. Oh. Interesting. Our little cop friends are gone. Huh. Oh, can I check the window now?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
+1 mysterious door seen. +1 you've been here for a long time.
There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow. faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket, hanging from it.
Oh?
A bronze key. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Someone's hid a key in the bush. Point at the window. Am I saying that to Kim?
Huh?
I'm saying that to Titus? The big guy looks behind him. I need your guys to hand the key to me. Can you let me slide by so I can grab the thing? Oh, you think there's a key like here? Titus, can you hand the key to me, please? Can you let me slide by so I can grab the thing?
I don't know about that. I'm comfortable here. Don't think any sliding would really help right now.
The tattooed man yawns and settles more comfortably on the bench.
Sorry, fucko. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. Good fucking luck with that. The Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you.
Well, thanks, Theo. Thanks a lot. He's like, I don't have time for this bullshit. Just take the key.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Thank you, sir.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in?
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
Thank you, nod to the old man. Does anyone know why this key was hanging right outside the union box window? I wonder what doors does it open. Thank you, old man.
Don't thank me. I don't give two shits about your key.
Okay. The old man takes out his pack of chewing tobacco. Does anyone know why this key was hanging right outside your window?
Didn't even know it was there. Boys.
The man looks at the key in your hand and around the room.
No idea.
Never even seen it. Someone must have hidden it there before this room became our place.
I wonder what doors it open.
It could open the door in the kitchen.
Yeah.
The blue door. It says workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
Yeah. Okay, thanks. Huh. Should we try and open it?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
Try the workshop spare key on the door?
The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years. But then, the lock clicks. Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb? Haunted by regal spirits from distant ages. No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
Let's check it out. Oh.
Master Investigator. You just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
What do you mean? It is my duty as a cop to investigate every square inch of this world. Hey, I am not some sort of a peeper. What do you mean?
Nothing, nothing. You're right. Get in there. Deep. Invade every personal space. Break every lock.
I'm just browsing.
Yes, that's what it is.
Ooh.
A quick peek here. A short glance there. It's all quite delectable.
The Jamrock Shuffle? Wait, Kim mentioned the Jamrock Shuffle to us before. -1 esprit de corps. Confusing behavior. By now it's clear you like to look inside containers, you like to open doors and see what's behind them. Maybe secrets, maybe more juicy containers. Let's be honest, you like all containers. Trash cans, utensil trays, manholes, coat pockets, secret containers left behind by the Philippine kings that hold forbidden relics. Okay, you haven't come across one of those yet, but one day... Wait, is that why you're so hellbent on opening containers? Do you think you'll find the Holy Scepter and the Orbe de Montagne? Man, currently I have like 3 thoughts being researched and only 1 skill point, so I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna spend it just yet. I like to have a spare skill point, so I want to wait also until some of these thoughts have finished. So can I go in there or what? Oh, okay. So it's not what I click on. Is this an old arcade? The pinball says Franco-Nigerian. The theme is horses and swords. This pinball is wide Diora. The back glass shows a female figure in mourning. A note, NB. The spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. NB. NB. Ooh, $5. That's nice. What's that hiding behind the wall here?
In the corner.
The pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
Kim, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Wait, you've played it?
A little.
Ooh.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a closer look.
Ah, great.
What happened?
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin operated.
You want to play some pinball, Kim?
Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Ooh, lean closer to read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
Inspect the playing field?
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble.
That's an interesting setup for a pinball game.
The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
What's with all the goats?
Indeed. Think of them as balls.
Pinball isn't for me. I should probably get like my interfacing gloves for this. These are my pinball gloves. Let's get some reaction speed, some physical instrument. This is my pinball outfit. Let's do it.
Over there, in the corner, not just any pinball machine.
Yes, it's already pulled out.
Great.
Cornelius, get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Insert coin.
It takes a while
It's actually
to
working.
get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced balls in play with relative ease.
Another freaking typo.
Go, go, Fingerboy.
Go, go, Fingerboy.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
Wait, what kind of guy was he then?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
That is not cool. Technically, the human beings are at the top of the food chain, so... yeah, not cool.
He also hit his wife.
Oh.
And kids.
Oh.
Other people's kids too.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes pets.
Ugh.
Hateful little man.
Wow, okay, sounds like the worst human being ever.
But you seem to be having fun.
I'm pretty good at this.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3.
I want to see you try it, Kim.
Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
None of this has been a roll so far. Concentrate and aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through.
All right, here comes the interfacing.
Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass. The words "Pale Rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends.
Oh.
It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid, nihilistic finale.
Oh, that's disappointing.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness. This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate where they hit next. You're down to your last goat, going mostly by sound. Eyes are useless at this point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death.
Kim, it can be done, just watch.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
Why do they even make these if it's impossible to win? Give up. Winning is too stressful. Why do they even make these if it's impossible to win? Give up. Winning is too stressful. Okay, why are my 2 options? This is just the same thing. 28%. That's a reaction speed, and that's a red check too. Come on, just give me this one.
With automation-like precision,
yes!
you keep the final goat ball in play, reacting to the tiniest stimuli, floating in the flow state. The fog is clearing, and suddenly, the old speaker crackles.
What'd I get? 4, 5? Nice. I just hope Kim is impressed.
Gordy Ball is lit.
Huh?
A panel opens up at the top of the playfield, and a new ball charges downhill. It's larger than the goats and matte black. Cornelius spell the white letters running across the equator.
Kim, are you seeing something new you've never seen?
So violent is its descent, it immediately knocks the last goat into the abyss. Then proceeds to bounce all across the board as if carried by some demonic otherworldly inertia.
I don't mean to keep harping on this, but that's another typo right there.
High score, announce the speakers,
Woo!
and the whole machine lights up. Then the flippers retract, leaving a perfect opening for the Gordy Ball to join the goats backstage. Cornelius vanishes, and the machine powers off.
How about that, Kim?
That's amazing.
The lieutenant mumbles. He sounds a little out of breath. I think I won, Kim.
You didn't just win. No one I know has ever beaten Gordy's goats. That is a monumental achievement, Detective.
Who's the king of pinball, Kim?
Congratulations, Your Highness. That was really impressive.
Nice. His knuckles touch yours and he smiles. Hell yeah.
The machine needs a good service before anyone else can even attempt it again.
It's time to move on.
Yes. Good times.
The lieutenant gives Cornelius, Gordy, and the mountain goats one last look. Hell yeah.
Once again, the machine becomes one with the dust and the darkness.
Ah, that was so worth it to get that roll.
Life has left it, unlikely to ever return.
It's worth it to fail most of my rolls if it means I can sometimes like get one like this. That was great.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played.
Run your finger across the dust of the white Diora machine?
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
What's white Diora?
Some kind of inane pinball theme. Probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
How about we fire one of these bad boys up and play some ball?
You can't fire them up. They're broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works.
And this one?
The Royalist Pinball.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
Sounds like you don't enjoy pinball, Kim.
No, I love it.
Oh?
I love pinball. Who doesn't love pinball? Let's move on.
You're so quick to move on.
He doesn't.
Oh, you don't? What about the other one, the Franco-Nigerian ball? Want to play that?
No.
Aw. Think Kim Kitsuragi. Kim Kitsuragi. Think what? What am I trying here? Ah, this is a red check. Can I get 2 lucky rolls in a row? Come on, this is about Kim. Just give me that.
It's strange that he doesn't like pinball. Kim here is a Zeolite. His people are incredibly dexterous, and they all love pinball. Matter of fact.
Hey, didn't you guys like invent pinball? Ooh, I shouldn't say... I don't know if I should say you guys.
Us? Guys?
Stop.
You know, Seoul guys, massive pinball people. No matter, this is a failure. I'm failing and I'm going to stop.
Okay. I don't like pinball because I had to learn to play it for an undercover job at a pinball ring.
Really?
And it's a lame, boring, and unchallenging game. There. We can move on now.
Okay. You went undercover at a pinball ring? You're gonna have to take some time to tell me about that someday, Kim.
Super. Tip top. This went pretty well, all things considered.
Sure. Alright, well, that's that. What's over here?
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
Okay.
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
I really want to keep going, but I've been recording for a long time and I'm going to meet a friend in just a few minutes, so I'm really out of time, unfortunately. I'm going to investigate this elevator more in the next episode. And also, I want to go back and talk to Clausia again before it's 11, because... nice stretch, Harry. I haven't seen him do that before. Yeah, I want to go talk to Clausia again, because I think she said she goes to bed at 11, so... but that's gonna be in the next one. Alright, so... some pretty interesting breakthroughs again this episode. We're learning more and more about the hanging. Yeah, the more information we find, the more confused I am about what happened and like why so many people got involved and like what is really going on here. Like, is all of this connected? Is it just like one thing going on with all these other side things? I'm not really sure, but I'm still having a lot of fun with it. Still missing like most of my roles, but I did get that pinball one, so at least I'm happy about that one. And yeah, Evrart, he's not what I expected. I thought he was gonna be a bit more like Titus is, but then he's more like the manipulative kind of bureaucratic type. If I can avoid working for him, I'm gonna try. Like, if I can solve this whole thing without having to do his work for him, I would prefer that, just because he doesn't seem like the type of guy you want to be indebted to, you know? But yeah, we still have a bunch more stuff to do, so that's going to be in the next episode. As always, thank you so much for joining me. I had fun playing this. Hope you had fun watching it. And I hope to see you in the next episode for some more Disco Elysium. À la prochaine.